Statement 1 says, but the attention of the layman, not surprisingly, has been captured by the atom bomb, although there is at least a chance that it may never be used again. Statement 2 says, of all the changes introduced by man into the household of nature, controlled large scale nuclear fission is undoubtedly the most dangerous and most profound. Statement 3 says, the danger to humanity created by the so called peaceful uses of atomic energy may, however, be much greater. And then 4 says, the resultant ionizing radiation has become the most serious agent of pollution of the environment and the greatest threat to man's survival on Earth. So, we can first off, right off the bat, see two connections forming. The first connection is between 2 and 4. 2 introduces the premise. It says, of all the changes introduced by man into the household of nature, controlled large scale nuclear fission is undoubtedly the most dangerous and most profound. Most dangerous, at least that part, is given reference to in 4. 4 brings us the reasoning why this assertion has been made. 4 says the resultant ionizing radiation has become the most serious agent of pollution of the environment and the greatest threat to man's survival on Earth. So we find that there is first a pair in 2 and 4, of which in which 2 would come first because it introduces the premise, and 4 would follow 2 because it gives a reasoning for the assertion made in 2. By the looks of it, 2 might also be our opening statement. Next up, we see 1 and 3, and we find that there's a connection between 1 and 3 also forming. But the attention of the layman, the common man, not surprisingly, has been captured by the atom bomb, although there is at least a chance that it may never be used again. And then 3 says, the danger to humanity created by the so-called peaceful uses of atomic energy may, however, be much greater. Why does this connect, or how does this connect? Peaceful uses of atomic energy may, however, be greater. This basically qualifies that it follows one which says captured by the atom bomb. So atom bomb, the bomb is it's a weapon. So the weaponized use of atomic energy is that which captures the common man's attention, not surprisingly, as statement 1 says. But there is a chance that atom bombs may never be used again because they are bombs. They are used in specific situations. However, the so-called peaceful uses of atomic energy may be the dangers of the so-called peaceful uses of atomic energy may be much greater. So we find that there's another pair in 1 and 3. Of these two pairs, we can clearly see that 2, 4 would come first because we have 2 introducing the entire central aspect, the key aspect of nuclear energy, nuclear fission, and from the opening phrase of all the changes introduced by man into the household of nature, the one that is undoubtedly the most dangerous is this. So we can see that 2 is clearly introductory. Between 4 and 1, we also have a step down because we might have had 2, 1, 4, 3 as a possible pair, but that doesn't work because between 4 and 1, we get a clear step. 2 and 4 are immediately connected. 2 and 1, not so much, because 4 gives us the reason why this is most dangerous. Following 1, the atom bomb doesn't connect with the resultant ionizing radiation, has become the most serious agent of pollution of the environment and the greatest threat. The atom bomb doesn't wouldn't be talking about the resultant ionizing radiation. The atom bomb, its result is quite clear. It devastates. A mushroom cloud. Everything is gone, vaporized. So we find that we cannot have 2143 because 2 4 are clearly related. If we have 4 1, the resultant ionizing radiation has become the most serious agent of pollution and the greatest threat to man's survival on Earth. However, the common man pays more attention to the atom bomb. And then we have 1 and 3 connecting as well. So we realize that there is no breaking of this order. We'll exactly have these pairs 2 4 and 1 3, of which 2 4 would come first. That means that our sequence has 2 as the opening statement, then we have 4 as the second statement, then we have 1 as the third, and then we have 3 as the fourth statement. Thus, we get our answer sequence as 2413.